It's a kind of conquest that you fight in the arena. Uh, you know when you go to all those Roman, all those olden days, when they go to when they fight, what do they call that their stadium? I've forgotten. You cheer some people up so that they fight more. You cheer some people up so that they feel like they are gudu abenjakon in their own right. If I may ask anyone on this platform today, or anyone who cares to answer, kilo kuninu justice for Mohbad. What is the light at the end of the tunnel aside from what you are seeing that is clear to you? Asking that question in some ways might be like I'm trying to poke on someone's ego, but the question is true. Who is gaslighting?
The only thing I need for Supreme, if Supreme can be calm and let people who love her, who understand her, to defend her. Most times she always want to scatter. There are some things she's not good at, and it's because she went calm in midst of everything. That's why I rest my energy. At Maybe she was there fighting, I would just stay away. Because I don't fight people's fight.
I know she was even here yesterday.
Before she came, I've been on the case. I've been on the case the very first day. And it was because normally she should have, she know how she does that thing. But she was so calm, relaxed about everything. In fact, they were saying that she has not yet addressed it. People wanted her to address it so that they can now start the fighting, whatever. And I've told her, don't mention Yomi Fabi. Now, I don't want her to talk about Yomi Fabi even on her live stream. Don't do it. Don't go that route. What will be sorted. But once you start going that route, displaying madness, it will not end. Madness will only continue. And you don't need that energy. Can you guys hear me? Since the network is still fluctuating.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yesterday I was even on the platform.
If I see Yomi Fabi live, I will engage him. And if he's here, anytime I see him, I will engage him. And also this guy, they call Firefox, or this Firefox Expander. I think
that Firefox, waiting they engage for that whole body.
No, just wait. Firefox Expander, Tunisco, those guys, they are also a big problem that Yomi have. Yomi is the kind of person that when he's doing what he's doing and you let him do it, like, you will not have a say. Okay, Olori Ebi can put Yomi, can tell Yomi, can control Yomi. All right, Yomi is not gonna have pressure. But when you let Yomi to take over to do things, Yomi is gonna do things in his own favor. I don't think he will care about another person whatsoever. Because even yesterday when I was talking to him, you could see the difference clearly. Right? You will give Yomi Fabi the time. He will say his own. And when it's time for you to say your own to clear him, if Yomi feels he's gonna be making a mistake or anywhere, he won't want to talk. He will want to quickly stop it.
People have these tactics to check your tenses.
Like yesterday I asked him
you are taking someone's English. What balance? Imagine, and you on QH radio. You have the antecedent of doing that. Imagine.
Do you understand? Wait now. I asked him a simple question. I said, Yomi, do you understand that message Supreme read? Do you understand it? That message that Supreme read, that you were saying that she knows one truth. Why I do that? Why 7 years? Why isn't? I said, do you understand that message? Or tell me what you understand by that message. And he couldn't. He didn't understand it. I said, can I explain to you? He didn't want. And I tried to tell him, even before he left, I tried to tell him, I said, come, the truth that Supreme was talking about is Darosha. Because before you joined Justice for Mohbad, all of us already know the truth, which is that Darosha embalmed Mohbad. So she's thinking that Darosha embalmed Mohbad is something strange that nobody knows before. She's the one through her forensic. Something new is coming out, that Supreme knows that truth. Okay, that Supreme knows it.
You know how many months we take that Darusha for this app?
It's a misunderstanding, and I'm sure that he's going to understand. Because if I see him live, I will go to his live stream, and I will tell him, and I will hope he understand. I will tell him, I will tell Lori and also tell Mohunjola, because I know those are the places he go. Either Olorebi or Mohunjola, and if those ones can block, not block him, sorry, if those ones can, can sideline him, can kill him, can push him to do the right thing, do it. Otherwise, he will be alone on his platform. So he has to choose between doing the right thing and be peaceful with everybody. One piece in the community of Justice Mohbad, especially in those of us who still believe in justice. Not this useless Mohbad father, this stupid vagabond, useless, good for nothing sick man, a man that is attentive to the betterment of
Is
his own
the
child.
real cause of all this
Mohbad,
thing.
ayé máa ṣòfò kú ni níbi gidi bá wà, ẹlẹ́dàá máa dá ilé ẹjọ́ olórí burúkú wèrè àṣírí.
Imagine they go
Come
perm
up
now.
now. Me, I won't go
Paparazzo,
do
they go
sport. I
perm.
won't go do sport. So I need two, three people
Sporty
to come
bet.
up now.
You they do
Let
sport,
me
you they
invite
bet.
people to come up. If people, so someone should come up. I need like 15 minutes.
Paparazzo, you they bet.
Time. I won't go run. I beg. I don't get time. Let's do
At least say okay, sport, you won't go run. Okay.
yes.
Sure.
Guys, I don't want to end the live. Do you want people to come up? Anybody coming up? Hello. They're not going to come up.
African TV.
At least.
African TV.
Come to see the Eric. Come up.
African TV. If Eric come,
Dr. Esther, you were telling me that Supreme was right, Dr. Esther. You were fighting for Supreme too. At that time, I didn't even listen to you. Dr. Esther.
African TV. I asked Supreme yesterday if you are a lesser evil to Yomi. She said Yomi is better.
Don't bring that their case again. Forget about Supreme.
No. I don't even want to bring that case yesterday. I don't even want to bring that case yesterday. As I talk, I blame myself. Say, why? Question there will be.
That was messy.
Very messy.
Don't refer to those things.
Why una dey fear mercy? Una don't mess everything up. Why una upon dey select which mess to enter and what not to enter?
Hold on. African television. Let me put you on the spot, Baba.
Might go do my spot.
Put you on the spot, Baba. Where at the start.
I never come out and you want to put her on the spot.
No. Good spot. No, but this one are normal. We go even if you want to talk with Cruiser, you know me. Now, Baba, you were with Baba Mohbad at the start of this whole thing. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní ṣe rí Yorùbá mi máa ń mọ̀ bí a kì í máa gbé fún yín àbí ẹ̀yin Yorùbá bí ẹ máa ń parọ́ ni. Wọ́n ní wípé ibi tágbà bá wà tọmọ ń gégi ní àgbà ló máa mọ ibi tí igi yẹn máa wó sí. Nígbà gbogbo kìíní, weren't you seeing the future would look like this and you should have mitigate, do it with, well, the past is the past though. You can't change it.
Say what you want to say.
I've said
blunt.
it.
Say what you want to say.
The blunt word is that didn't you see this whole thing going on now? Then that you were with Mohbad, didn't you see that this man, when you were trying to bring him in into the fold, weren't you seeing that this man is not go not on so láàrin ke aje ni mu ni pekoro ṣé máa yí fi nǹkan kan sábẹ́ àwọn sọ nínú yóò ṣe náà san, or you were thinking that okay, well, I would get my own things from here, I don't care the consequence, I don't even care if he has something to cover or not. Let me hear from you. You are the horses. Let me hear from the horses, man.
Let me tell you, look, I sang one song one time and I'll sing it again. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Que sera, sera. What it means is whatever will be, will be. My involvement with Joseph Aloba was very brief. As mighty, as loud, as nasty and good as it appears to people, it was a very brief relationship. When you date a girl, she puts up lipstick in the club, she's beautiful, you take her home, the banging is good. Now, when you tell her go and cook in the morning, you find out that she doesn't know the quantity of salt to put in the soup. You're not going to blame yourself. Joseph Aloba was that beautiful girl that I picked up at the nightclub. And by the time we got home, I realized that she's seen 3,000 men while she was pretending to be a virgin. Joseph Aloba got poisoned by the likes of Aries, all those early settlers who came after African TV. Those people, if you really want to know the destruction of justice for Mohbad,
how was Aries involved now? Because you mentioned Anna, and I don't really want this to go that way, but how
let
was he
it go
involved?
anywhere. Look.
No. Emma
Nobody's going to listen. Nobody's going
just
to
cruise and they
pick.
go.
Oga, with the cruiser and they go, we go talk through until the evil ones are purged out. If you guys are really looking for justice, stop all this selective justice. Don't pick and choose what you want to talk about. As long as it's in the realm of justice for Mohbad, we're going to speak the truth. And
But
that's the
African
only
TV,
way.
you ask if you are doing this, you also answer questions when you are saying your things and
Am I not
probably
answering you? You see,
yeah.
if you're going to
Go on,
interrupt your
Baba.
own question, there's no
No,
point in
the
engaging.
truth. No. I want to hear you. I just feel like when things are complicated, I would come in, ask
No,
questions. You
I feel
understand?
like you should listen to this sound advice. Don't do selective justice. Okay? Say the truth, and wherever the chip falls, let it fall. If I stole, call me a thief, prove me a thief, and then you persecute me and move on to the next thief. Don't say, oh, we're not going to judge this matter now, we'll judge the other one later. That's selective. Paprano said people should come up and do what? Tell the truth, or come up and flame somebody's ego or what? We come up, we speak the truth. Now back to your question. Did I not see that Joseph Aloba is who he is? I'm not a psychic, but I can tell you Joseph Aloba is human. I'm a human, you're human, and when a lot of demons come attacking you or influencing you, it depends on your level of strength. Joseph Aloba has fallen. He fell from the days of David Fadile. He fell from the days of African TV when he decided to go against Fadile and African TV, who came as loving, friendly people. Even if we are evil people, if Fadile or African TV were evil, we had not done any evil to Joseph Aloba. We had our good intentions to help him to get justice for Mohbad. And when the likes of Aries and other actors went underground and confused the man, and they taught him the ways of thieves, they taught him, they gave him a taste of the thievery injustice for Mohbad, and he's become an expert. He's become an expert, and he's kicked all of them out. Every freaking one of you that went behind stabbing African TV, are you not all pushed out? There are new thieves now in his corner. There are new thieves working with him, and eventually he will kick them out because he's the master masonry. He's the master mason. Papa Nole says he's a carpenter. And he's carpentering everybody, shaping them where he wants them to be. Where's the Olori Ebis now? They are now the Ewedus. Where's the Aries now? They are the wig lights and the jacuzzis. So all you motherfuckers who thought you were stabbing African TV, I guess he's still the last man standing. The Chucky face. If you know who Chucky is in the American movie, Chucky is the only man still standing, and eventually Mohbad will take Chucky out. Mohbad has given Chucky a sample of what karma is like. Chucky, you will go down.
Do you mean Chucky that the in movies, that Chucky that they do stitch? Chucky face
They
is
stitch his
stitchy.
face. Thank you. God bless you.
Who are you talking
Chucky
about? Stitchy. I'm trying to.
Gure spy is Chucky.
Oh,
Mohbad
you are
has
talking
Chucky in
about
his face.
Gurexi. Okay.
He's the last man standing.
Go on.
He's the last man standing of all the thieves, except the new ones. The new ones, I have no problem with them because new ones are following what they meant. But those who came in originally, pretending to be good guys while they were spies, like the Aries, who want to be relevant by all means necessary, creating lies and false information just to deceive the public, like the Yomites who are now shaking, running up and down, trying
African
to be relevant.
television.
Yes, sir.
kì í tiẹ̀ ṣe yẹn gan.
Yorùbá yẹn owó yẹn irọ́ ni, shut up my brother, I'm not with insult o, shut up
I
with
get you. I get you.
àìmọye àgbà tó wà lọ́jà torí ọmọ títí torí àgbà gan ló ń gbé orí ọmọ tuntun tó ń gbé sínú inú ìkòkò tó ń fi tó ń how do you say this, what's
now
this
thank
mortar?
you. Now let me now come in.
Àgbà ló ń gbé ọmọ tuntun sínú odó tó ń gun bí iyán.
Because ẹ̀yin àgbà ni bàbá Mohbad fúnra wọn àgbà ni wọn, Seal àgbà ni, most of gbogbo ẹ̀yin àgbà yìí ẹ dẹ̀ wà ní ọjà 27-year-old
this justice has nothing to do with àgbà or ọmọdé. ọmọ 21 year ọmọ 30 something year old ló ń rúdu Burkina Faso, so justice has nothing to do with age, it has everything to do with fairness, equity. It's not about if you're 99. Hold on, àwọn àgbà tó ti bá African countries jẹ́ tó lù tó wò yín, don't bring this àgbà or ọmọdé matter into it. Ọmọdé gan stupid ju àgbà lọ́nbò mi. So let's talk purely justice and what's on the ground. Don't give me this parable shit.
Yeah, but for you, Baba Africa TV, ṣé mo pé most of your actions, not you per se now, I'm putting it, this is generic now. Most of our actions, let me put it that way, our actions and inactions, right, embolden Joseph Aloba to really feel like, and if you look at me, I'm indifferent from what I've been saying at the start of this case. Now, this case was only exaggerated out of control, or for you, something did happen and the family do not want true justice. It is only that two way. And then I am asking you rightly, which was my right question, although that don't you see it like that? Me, I've seen it from day one. I can bring video that I made last year, 2023 to you, that I'm saying this thing I'm saying to you now, that it is either a camp that was outside that is fueling this whole thing to make it big or something, that Mohbad died mysteriously, I know, while really saying the truth. But for you, they still have a very deep interest not to bring the truth to the front, or they were purely exaggerating the whole thing, and the public were gaslighted. Don't you see that, Baba?
Listen, legend alone, let me respond to you. One, I want to blame you for a statement you made. If you saw what was happening and you knew it was going to this level, you would be Jesus and you would be a bad Jesus because you could not stop it. We did not see it. No, hold on. Calm down. You did not try hard enough because I didn't see it. I could never imagine myself, the me that I am 3 years ago, would wake up Sunday morning shouting in my house, talking to you about some broken record. This record is broken. It's how do we fix it? So if you saw it, I didn't see it. I was working purely from empathy and country first. I didn't know that my people could be this disgusting. I didn't know that my people would be cashing out with a 26-year-old dead body still in the mortuary, using it to make money. I didn't know that my people could be back. Let me give you a little background about who I am, okay? I left Nigeria when I was when I was young. I grew up practically being an American. My mental frame of mind has nothing to do with what I'm facing now. I could not fathom this level of betrayal, backstabbing, sniveling, conniving, godly lights. But I'm getting used to it. I'm adapting because I want to come home. I want to die in Nigeria. I want to grow old in Nigeria. So I have to put my little sense in Nigeria to shape whatever I can shape. So I did not expect this level of betrayal, even from the father of the deceased. Go and ask Joseph Aloba, waiting African TV do you? Till tomorrow, that is the big jam question. Waiting African TV do you wrong? He fuck your girlfriend, he fuck your wife, he steal your money, he tell you say make una chop Mohbad money. Let him come and speak publicly. Let him engage me. Joseph Aloba, Ibola Tija, Kilo Faja. There is nothing, no situation, except the witches and demons like the Arises who came out publicly saying they wanted to fuck up justice for Mohbad. And they have done it, and they are still doing it. And you guys are still making them relevant. You're giving them your platform to continue to deceive people and manipulate more innocent people.
But everyone will have already has his own platform, has her own platform, and she has a lot of followers. So don't say even if Paparano doesn't give her a she has a lot of followers.
So hold on, Brad, don't quote me. I didn't say Paparano. I said you guys are giving.
No, I'm just saying even. Yeah. I'm not saying you quoted Paparano. I'm just saying even if Paparano don't give him. Go on. I'm just trying to come in. It's a conversation. Go on.
I name names. If I did not name names, don't infuse any name into my conversation, please. I'm listening to you. Continue.
What I'm saying actually is that Aries get our own platform. And one thing about Aries is...
No, not making about Aries. We're talking about...
Yeah. Okay.
Your question is about the genesis of how things went wrong. And you profess that
I don't want to even go there.
You said you knew it. We did not see it. Well, we did not see it. You that saw it. Why did you not stop it? Why did you not stop it?
You see, then let me say my bit. Let me say my bit, Baba. Then I was one of people who the early best of all these hosts are not, but maybe one or two programs I host. I realized, oh boy, kill and so. Okay, let me calm down. Me, I won't say what I dropped from all these things. Hosting or burning me, I don't give. But I realized that what could I be doing? What can I do better is make videos, compare this guy's song to what is going on, and I started doing that for real. And at the time, I realized that when people come on those kind of my posts, what they do mostly is to start abusing themselves, shake me, they do so many things. I realize this thing is going. No, yeah, of course, I know. See, what is going on platforms is also going on comment sections and every post that people do. Especially if you go on maybe insider posts and some people, you will realize the mindset of people in justice for Mohbad.
Let's talk about where we are now. Forget all that. Let's talk about where we are now.
Now, I have a way out for all of us that would help everyone in just from bad mental health. Our mental health will be cured if that thing should happen. Let me propose to every one of us here today. I propose that we join Joseph Aloba and Wumi Cynthia in probably a lawsuit or probably a petition. I don't know how the legal that will work, but what we are alleging them for is this: Baba Mohbad, you gaslighted the public. You said things that infuriated the public about.
Why are you contradicting yourself?
Together in a petition, we want to petition the family.
Petition against who?
The family that the family will be represented by Joseph Aloba and Wumi Cynthia Aloba, because both of them gaslighted the public, and I will explain myself.
Hold on, are you saying?
Are you listening, Baba?
Calm down.
Together. I will explain myself. Don't worry, I will explain.
Calm down.
I explain.
Are you asking the public to petition the family, or you're asking the family to petition somebody?
I'm asking the public to petition the family. Aloba family.
Can I?
Don't worry.
On what basis?
Can I?
This is the
bit for a second, gentlemen.
Good morning, doctor.
Let me tell African TV the basis. 1 minute, please. You will come in, Dr. Esther. 1 minute, please. You will come in, Dr. Esther, please. 1 minute. Now, African TV. You remember that Baba Mohbad said at the start of this whole thing that I saw duvet of blood or something. That's number one from Baba Mohbad. Number two from Baba Mohbad is that do you realize that Baba Mohbad was instrumental to the burial of Mohbad, early burial of Mohbad? That's also made all those autopsy and all those other things, the examination that they made on Mohbad's body inconclusive later. Baba Mohbad can be fingered for that. That's Baba Mohbad's claim. Now, Wumi's angle now. Who was Wumi referring to when she gaslighted the public on her Instagram post? They have pied the nigga, and at the end of the day, were you telling the public that the nurse was sent by some industry gods? Please come and expatiate that. Wasoro, yeah. And the petition can go this way, that this Aloba family were trying to cover up a major event that happened that accumulated to the wee hours of Mohbad's death. They were covering it up. They need to come out and
clap for yourself. Paprano should clap for you. Otito, you have made two very good points that are really worthy of looking into. I agree with you on your mindset, and I think some people should look into that as well. I like that. Good morning, doctor. Say, Dr. Iwambi.
Mwambi, good
Dr. I
morning.
can go, man. Yeah, good morning.
Thank you very much. I greet you all. I actually was trying to interrupt you because my line of should I say input into this discussion is going to be totally different. And I just want to maybe, let me put it this way, air my mind and then step down, because it's a very, very sensitive topic. As a matter of fact, my good sense is telling me maybe I shouldn't even talk about it. I should just let it go and walk away. But because I have care in me, I care about the people I care about, I just want to say something about it before I just shut up regarding the matter. And this is regarding to African TV and Aries. I know you guys don't want to talk in that line. That's why it's not going to be a long discussion. I just want to say one or two things and then I step down. African TV. I've been trying to speak to you because I didn't even know if speaking to you will bring any positive result or not. So it's not as if I planned it, but here we are. I didn't even plan to be up today. But Paparano brought me up. This is what I have to say. Pra said something about Agbalagba wa loja komo tutu, oyomo tutu. You're right, African TV. We are all Agbalagba. All of us are over 50. Some are even nearing 60, like myself. You are, I'm sure, I don't know your age, but I can be, because of the way you talk, the maturity at which you talk, the intelligence, and your manner, your eloquence, and even when you talk, we could hear some life experiences, wisdom from the way you put it. So I know that you're definitely, I'm not saying young people are not very wise as well, no. But I can say that, yes, you are definitely above 50. Aries is above 50, I'm quite sure. So we're all Agbalagba. It hurts me. My heart is broken because I remember those days when we will all be on this Paparano's platform. You, the fighter, Aries, the fighter, very two strong personalities fighting for justice for Mohbad. And we just come and share, just share ideas, share stuff, encourage one another, but we see you two at the forefront. I know people fall out, people disagree. It could be because of a misunderstanding. It could be because one is there wasn't a full disclosure by one party to the other, which might not be on purpose. Things happen, but as it happens, because of what we have shared on this platform, honestly speaking, I had expected that at some point you guys will resolve it. I've not been very frequent on TikTok much these days. Maybe once in a week or twice in a week I will come. It is lately, maybe I would say this past 1 week, that I've been a little bit frequent. Usually because I've been so busy. But once I come on Paparano's platform, I come around my people. I mean Aries, and I may not even come up to talk anymore because I even ran out of ideas at the way justice of Mohbad issue is going. But I'll just stay at the comment section and enjoy the intelligence of my people sharing ideas and talking and giving submissions. All that is gone. It hurts. My heart is broken. Even from your discussion tonight, every sentence you have made to pra, at least you have mentioned Aries like 4 times. So it is it's still a fresh it's still fresh. And I don't know why both of you have just not laid down your swords and embrace peace and accept one another that no one is perfect. And learn from our mistakes and move on. I don't know how the whole thing has deteriorated to this point. It is you I can talk to, African TV, because I've seen that the whole thing has so degenerated that one day I even heard what IT guy was saying, and Aries too, and I said, oh my God. So it's now becoming factions. The IT guy is not I don't really talk to him much. I've never at any point paid him any real mind, or it's not in my, should I say, it's not a focus for me. I don't know much about him, maybe because he did start off with us on this platform, so I didn't pay any mind on him. But you, African TV, and Lady Aries, since you people at loggerheads, you can see how many things, has deteriorated. Even the center is almost broken now. I don't know what to say. I don't even know whether I can even plead with you that hopefully maybe you guys can just call each other and try to resolve this. The malice is so thick. The intense, I don't even know whether to use the word hatred now. And it shouldn't come to that. Anyway, let me let you say something. I can go on and on. I'm just hurt at the way things are, and I don't want to take sides. You are all my people.
Good morning.
Was transferred to assist the police. So
Paparano, now they spoil this country. Now they spoil this country. Paparano, shame on you. Shame on you to assist. To assist a bit to bribe police. Paparano to bribe police. Shame on you.
Could be anything.
Shame, papi. Shame, papi. Paparano, stop the grammar. Stop the grammar. Paparano, stop it. Stop it. Paparano, stop it. Stop the grammar.
The Nigerian police be gifted
the grammar.
Offer a
we
gift.
Are not gully lights. We are not gully lights. So Paparano, stop the grammar. To assist, to bribe police. Change your sentence. To bribe police.
Paparano, what you are saying in essence is that if we have a situation now that the police cannot be given money, who is the police is an illegal entity, an institution that we should respect, nobody bribe when they are doing that, then what was the money spent for? Okay. Now it means that there was a money that was deducted from the coffers of people fighting for justice for Mohbad. Now, what was that money? You said mobilization. What kind of mobilization? Since we can't help the police, you explain.
It is left for interpretation by the policeman. Why he received the money?
Who will interpret it?
They might interpret for whatever reason, but why did the policeman receive the money? What was the money meant for? The policeman can explain better.
Yeah, so yeah, let's also okay. So yeah, you see, say illegality.
Why do you need the policeman when the people confess publicly? They mentioned
No,
the public. We
let
get
us.
screen record.
Hey, no. One thing is, you have to
There was no
African
agreement, there
television.
was no tender.
African television.
Can you
One thing
prove to
is,
me the agreement they made?
African television. The one thing is to understand the person you are talking with. Now you have to put yourself in the place of Papayano. Now you understand where he is coming from. Then you attack him from where he is coming from. Look at how I was subtly asked him now that explain what that mobilization is for. Now you are questioning in that. Okay, we have to ask. Then you realize that is illegality. Only you attest to illegality now. In there is illegality because we can't help the police. You have rightly said, and I agree. Then what was that money meant for? Mobilization. What mobilization?
We need to hear from the policeman. It is unfair.
Okay.
We are being injustice to that policeman right now. Judging him without his presence on TV, that's unfair to you if you can do this to humanity. Is this the best service you can offer to humanity, to be unfair?
Oh yeah. Okay, he want to defend the police now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, defend the policeman now. Oh yeah.
No, you see.
Tell us to provide their account.
This is how I approach.
Tell us to provide their account where they put the money.
No, you said
tell us
we need to hear from the police.
What are you doing
of course.
Here?
We shouldn't met injustice of the police because we've not heard from them. But we are not even asking the police. We are agreeing that the police cannot take that. Let us even take the police out of this picture. Now we're asking the people that offered that said they offered that. Now, come, what did you actually offer? Who did you offer it to? We need to get clarifications. Oh yeah. We are not even applying the law. Papayano, why you wrong? You know. Papayano, oh yeah now. Who those people? Let us talk about them. Oh yeah, come. That service that money that you rendered for a service. Which service were you buying? We agree now that the police you can't buy any service for the police. If you are saying you are filing anything, yeah, it is policy.
It could have been for Ileya. You know, Ileya is coming soon. Ileya.
Oh yeah. I agree.
Paparado. Paparado. Go and wake up again. Go back to sleep and wake up. Because this one, they win anything here. Go and sleep and wake up. I beg.
The other people too. Just how those ones are not so bold to come out that they give. So when you say you give wine to people.
Well, I think I've made it clear to Supreme. I've made it clear to Supreme in the morning that whatever they did, okay, if that case should be taken, the reason why I don't condemn, I don't have issue with them is that they mean well. This is part of their effort to say that those guys are investigated and they stop gallivanting, acting like they are untouchable. Okay, if they pay money for people to be arrested, I mean, if police can allow itself to be bribed, police is the problem. Any police person that allow themselves to be bribed, they are a big problem. Okay, and we have to address this problem. Individuals will attempt always anywhere in the world to get away with criminality. Even bribing is a crime, right? Individual will do these things. Police should arrest them. Okay, police should not allow itself to be bribed by anybody. So, like what I read there, let me give it to you guys. Okay, it says that it is not permissible for the Nigerian police to charge or demand payment for filing a criminal case or any other police-related services. The Nigerian police has stated that it is criminal to pay to report cases or treat petitions. To pay to report cases, even to go report a case, you don't have to pay. Even to treat a petition, you don't have to pay. While there are instances of corruption and extortion within the police force, it's important to remember that reporting a crime and receiving police assistance should not come at a price. So you should receive police assistance free of charge at all costs. So that
Paparano, I'm going to send you a kiss and 100 claps. 100 claps for reading the truth.
But that doesn't mean they are sabotaging justice. You all understand. If you have a good man, let's
no start another argument. No, you don't conform. No start another argument. No start another one.
They are criminals, okay? This is Nigeria.
They are angels. They are angels. If you no offer, police no go accept. If you no offer, police no go accept.
Everybody will try to offer, but police should not accept. Everywhere in the world, people want to offer, but why must police accept? Police is the problem. Once police stop accepting, people will stop it. The rate of people access will reduce. It's because police accept
Papayano,
always give.
the truth is that the outside world are listening to us.
Doesn't matter. We have
They
to
are
expose our
seeing.
police. We have to expose our police. What are you saying?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That they are
illegal.
seeing, they are mirroring what is going on, how the Nigeria works with this just from Mohbad.
So
Yes, I also mirror
they
the
don't
act of
care. And we don't care.
Nigerians
We
with
have
this
to
just
say
from
it.
Mohbad.
Let them keep collecting their bribe. And now our country now they want to destroy them. With the watch now. I've said it to them. I know they mean well. They wanted those guys investigated, but in the process, that process is not supposed to be in any sense.
Yeah, it
Society.
is. It is illegal for police to collect filing fee. It is their duty to do that for detention order. They don't need to collect money from anybody to do that. If they have a suspect that has been in their custody within 48 hours, that suspect must be presented to the court, and then there will be an extension if there is reasonable information to do that, or reasonable need to extend that detention. And usually it's for 14 days. And they don't demand filing. They don't demand any fee. Even the courts do not demand fee from the police to do their filing. Any police that collects money for that act is a criminal and is against the law. That is bribe, is inducement.
It's liable. It's committed a crime.
It's very, very liable. It's like inducing.
Are you there, Prince Labi? All of you.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Papa Riano, good morning. Insider, African TV, good morning. Para, good morning. Mara,
Good morning, everybody. Good morning again.
good morning.
Good morning, Prince Labi. Good morning. Mama Eze.
And I greet
Just sorry, since we're on this
I
subject,
thought you wanted to speak. You know, only greetings.
okay, make I add to waiting.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
I say good morning, my darling. Good morning.
Yeah, my Oga, good morning, sir. Insider
Thank you, dear.
Abi, good morning.
Thank you. I just want to add this. Mama, I say sorry because I may drop. Anybody who is telling you I had to mobilize police, we had to mobilize police. Please, what was just read, let it come to your mind. Anytime they come on the platform and they open their mouth and tell you, I have to mobilize them. Do you know how much I pay to mobilize? Tell them, you mean how much you bribe. It is a bribery. All that mobilization, influence, all those terminology, now bribe. And Paprano just read it. You don't pay for police services. And until we, the citizens, we begin to call each other out and we stand tall, forget justice for Mohbad or anything. If you don't stand tall, call a spade a spade. You're wasting your time on justice for Mohbad. That's just the simple truth. If you're going to be using injustice to try to get Mohbad justice, get the fuck out of Dodge. We don't need you. Thank you.
Now, in the Nigerian context, as it is, it will be reasonable to say that Nigerian police at some certain stage to collect money to do their work. It is correct to say that because this is the society we find ourselves. Sometimes they are induced.
Insider, I disagree. Insider, we don't.
No.
The Nigerian police has their funding. It is we, the people, that are encouraging criminality, and then we come here and say we're fighting for justice. They have funding for everything.
Yes,
They are
do,
well
but I tell you,
allocated for administrative costs.
the scenario we find ourselves. We have this scenario here in Nigeria. We have
Insider,
this scenario here. Yes.
Insider, please let me
Yeah,
contribute
Prince.
this. Please, it's true that Nigerian police has they have a funding, for every operation. but they are limited in accessing the fund, to operation. Many a times, honestly, if you don't mobilize them, you won't get the results you wanted.
Stop that language. Say if you don't bribe them, if you
Yeah,
don't
we
bribe
know we are in
them.
African TV. We are in Nigeria. We know how the system
Labi.
work. We know how the system work. I know what I know.
The
Okay,
mobilization.
let me
No,
use my
Let me use
myself
hold on,
as
sir.
a
Hold
case
on, sir.
study.
I want to ask you a question, Prince Labi. The
Okay.
question is the mobilization in this case study now. Please refine yourself to the case study, please. Now, the case study is that there is a mobilization to hold someone more than the exact period the person should be held. Now, what is the funding the police or anybody that have collected? I'm not alleging the police. This is allegedly. Now, someone who have collected that from an institution that is not supposed to be bribed or supposed to take something from or any inducement. What could have been that mobilization? What fund is the police are expecting from the government that they have not been able to access that warrants? I don't know what I want you to put it side. I know you understand what I'm saying. Put it side by side
Let me say
refine
this.
yourself to the case study.
Let me say this. Our system is so corrupt to the extent that they are being induced to do certain operation. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't induce them, if you don't, it's like how would I put it?
Labi, I will come fight you now. Stop using this
You see,
grammar. Don't bribe them.
inducing,
Use
Papa,
the word
when
bribe.
we were having this
What is
conversation with
Nigeria
Papa,
now?
Prince Labi, Prince Labi, ẹni sùúrù ẹ jẹ́ ká fi kíní yìí ẹ kí odò àfi kọ́gbọ́n ká lẹ́n lára wa ẹ jọ́ ń tọrọ lọ́n. That's why we come on most platform. That's why this is where I like to be, because I learn from so many people every day. Now this is it, Prince Labi. We are saying that you induce the police, or you can tell them you don't have fuel in the car. Please take okay, we can bribe. It is a good bribe. Now listen, it's a good bribe. Listen, Baba, it is a good bribe to put fuel. It is a good bribe to put fuel in the vehicle of a police officer or on their patrol vehicle. Put fuel in it is a good bribe. But is it a good bribe to hold someone more than the expected time the person should be there? It is what the question is. Please confine yourself to that, please. Don't go out of it.
Let me say this. Many a times, that's what I'm saying. If police, if they were not being, can I say, Africans is I said I should say bribe. That's what I'm saying. But even though if you have a genuine case at hand, and the police are saying that this is a genuine case, they will be telling you that you have to mobilize them to carry out their operation, to do the needful.
You have to bribe them.
So is it the same? Should we fight against that now? Should we fight against that now, or we should allow it to continue? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Should we allow that to go on, to fester on, or we should outrightly?
Let me paint a scenario. Now wait. Now let me paint a scenario. So one of my staff was arrested for theft, and so he has been stealing from the company for a very long time. And so after the arrest, the second day, I went to the police station to give evidence and all the rest. Now the police wants to visit. He had made confessional statement, and where he has been selling our products to, the police wants to visit the location. And so I asked them, okay, they can go ahead to visit the location. But they told me, Oga, how we go to move? Because we no get fuel, no mobilization, nothing. No. Now, this is a good case for me. And I want them to establish this fact that he actually sold the company's item to some other people, and these other people should be arrested. And so we have like almost 8 locations to visit, and the police have just told us that there are no resources to go about it. It is logical because I don't want the boy to be kept there without concluding that investigation. So I have to provide vehicle for them, put fuel in the vehicle, I pay for everything. And then they went ahead to arrest these people. Now, after the arrest, there were other arrests that need to be made because some of the items were further sold to some other people. And so there were so many extensions. And so we were paying money for them to effect all these arrests so that the investigation will continue. Just imagine if it is not inducement, it's because I want my case to be attended to, and so that we can have a head-on way on getting the problem solved. Now, there were other extensions and other investigations that will be done. And the police practically told us that there are no funds for that. Now, I'm not paying for anybody to be detained. I'm paying for the investigation to be effected. So you can pay this in the situation we find ourselves. If you don't do that, the boy will be released and all the investigation and the case will be thrown out because the police will tell you they don't have any fund to go about looking for the suspects and arresting every other person. Now we had like 10 people in custody, and then they profile them, they do everything. Then they still need to visit some other locations. We were paying for these things, you know. So it is like that. It is not normal, but this is the situation that we find ourselves. So we may not know how the conditions and Yomifa found himself with the police where it warranted that they needed money. It could be that they wanted to do further investigation or whatsoever. It is not clear to us. But I can tell you, without bribing, you can pay money for the police, which is not bribing, but to further establish your investigation because you have someone being detained there. And then after everything, the case was filed to court. And we also pay at the court's filing, where they were filing and all those things. So it is just like that. It is the situation we find ourselves. Not that we don't know that the police needs to just do the filing and then we are not paying anything. But that system has been deeply corrupted. It is corruption, but if you want your case to be heard, you cannot achieve anything if you are not paying for all these things.
Happy New Month.
Believe me, insider.
Yes.
Yes. Insider. I think that I would not agree with you. Firstly, the police architecture, they have a way of doing their things all over the world. Nigerian police, US police, there is a law binding the police force. And firstly, there is a budget for every activity Nigerian police wants to engage in. There's always a budget. They have a budget, a very big budget allocated to them. Secondly, there are cases that police does not even have business. They don't need, if you even call them to that case, they will tell you that probably this is a civil case. You have to settle it by yourself, or they refer you. If police cannot do a case, they will tell you it's not for you to induce them with money in order to carry out an illegal activities. Most of these things happening in the part of the world that will come from, we encourage it. We are all here to fight for justice. We are all here to most of us normally, our slogan is we want to sanitize the country, but we keep doing what we don't want. Indirectly, we keep supporting the bad deeds in Nigeria.
Where do you live? We need to
I live in
understand.
Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian. I live in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian.
Have you been to the police station before?
I've been to the police station. Have they demanded
money? Wait. Have they demanded money for you to carry out their lawful duty? Have they ever demanded money from you?
No police would demand money from you. It depends on what you put forward to the police. If somebody has done something, you want to arrest person illegally, or you want to write petition.
Which part of Nigeria are you?
No, hold on, Baba. Don't let us make
My
excuses for
Which part? Wait,
bad
now
things.
you see,
brother,
you
my dear
see,
brother, I want
I'm
to
in
use
they
Lagos.
know
myself as a
what
case
is
study.
right.
I'm in
Let, let
Lagos.
me
And
let me let me cite an example. Let me cite
Prince Labi,
an example, please. Let me
let me
cite an example.
just finish. 1 second, Prince Labi. See, insider cities the way they are. We are not encouraging. Police have fuel. They take, for example, in Lagos State. I know quite sure that there's a budgetary allocated to the police that they give them fuel. RRS. I'm quite sure they give them like
Have you seen the recent?
some of those cars. They go to police station to get this thing, but
Wait.
they just make excuses because most of the cases that are being handled by Nigerian police
Okay.
of today, most of them are not even supposed to, most of those cases are not even meant to fly. Like
Okay.
arresting somebody, owing you money, going to arrest somebody because some are
Now
just civil cases that are just meant to be settled.
let
We need to
let me
say things the way they are.
let me tell you the truth. What is in operation in most police station in Nigeria? It may not happen in the headquarters, but there will be some level of corruption also there. But in most police posts all around, I would say most, they conduct their duties based on what the public needs to offer them. They are not working because they have money to work with. This is the basic truth. You will need to give them money for them to even, it is now that they don't even collect money for you writing reports. For just the sheet of paper that they collect, it is now. I've been to police station several times. It is now they don't collect money for that. But I tell you, there's other ways that they will collect money. If you go there to report to anybody and they need to move, to go and check, maybe to go and investigate the location, you will pay them money now. This is what, it is illegal. We know it is illegal. But if you want them to leave the station and then go and investigate what has just happened, you will pay the police in Nigeria, except if you don't know what you are doing. You will pay them to move.
Are you saying that? Are you encouraging people to
I'm
pay
not encouraging it.
police in
No,
order to
please
do
don't get me wrong.
This is not a matter of encouragement. It's a matter of saying the reality. What is happening in police circle?
That is not the reality. That is not the reality. Nigerian police force is a
You are
professional
not in Nigeria,
institution.
Benny. You are not in Nigeria. You cannot be arguing
It's a
this now.
professional
If you have had,
institution. We cannot be demanding for justice. And
Nigeria is not working like a UK. It's not working like a US that you have.
why are you looking for this
Let's
justice?
be realistic with ourselves. Don't
This is-
mingle things up. Let's
except
be
we want to be telling
don't
lies
let
to
mix
us.
things up.
So
Let's be
insider,
realistic.
it means that we should be realistic. Any suru, insider, everybody, please. Now it means we should be realistic with ourselves. This is what is happening in Nigeria. Now,
have you not
these are
seen the
justice
police?
seekers.
Listen,
Listen, sir. I'm sorry.
Before
1
you
minute,
go
sir. A
far,
minute, sir.
before you go
Please,
far, have
just
you not-
allow me finish this thought. Just allow me finish this thought. Now, we have gathered here to talk about justice, and then it has come to the front again that this same thing that is going on in Nigeria, and we know that it is bringing bad precedents. It is setting bad precedents because a bad person will go to the police and induce the police to do shameful things, unprintable things to a rightful person, because now it is by induction. That is what we are laying to our future generation. Let it sink into our consciousness. This is who we are. And this is what we are portraying as a mirror to the public. We are saying it is not obtainable in the advanced country, but we are lower beings that cannot think like the higher people, and frustrates this kind of phenomena out of our country, out of our system, because we are a new generation that have brought ourselves out from a particular set of people that we want our country to be better. Are we setting the good precedent? Me, I just want us to be, whenever we are doing things, we just remember, say, ṣé nǹkan tí mo dẹ̀ ṣe yìí jointly together, ṣé nǹkan tá à ń ṣe yìí ṣó better ṣá sí kò
Please let me give cite an example, please. Let me cite an example of what I experienced, during the course of the justice I was seeking. And I got to them. They got all the facts and figure. They got all the information. Now, I now told them that okay, we have to move to Kwara State to arrest everybody, who are capable to be culprits, to the demise of that guy. They now telling me that they call me to their gas office, that as it is now, if I want them to carry out that this thing, if they have to go from Abuja to Kwara State, now I have to pay for their transportation, go and come, and maybe pay for their hotel and accommodation. I now insisted that no, I don't have a dime. The family don't have a dime. That in this case, the investigation must be carried out until I insist that we don't have kobo. Until then, the organic, and I now report to Brekete. They now have to, call their organ before they could, carry out that assignment. They have to be in Ilorin 2 times on that case. So if I didn't insist that I don't have a dime, and this is a case that they have to attend to, you understand what I'm saying? I would have paid. And they won't do anything. They won't do anything. They were telling me, if I want this case to be done, I must be present. I must be with them. I must be coming to them every day, to put pressure, on them. So in order for your case to be attended to, you have to. Is our system, is what is happening in our system. A moment you leave them, you understand what I'm saying, without nothing, you are not getting any results. So that's just it. That's my experience.
In addition to what you've just said, well, the police have made some improvement. I would say a kind of improvement, especially with detention of individuals. Before, they will just throw you up in detention and there's nothing you can do. There was a police post in Apapa port there. A lady friend of mine was thrown into the police cell just because she visited a male friend who was a target of investigation of the police in Apapa. And then she and her friend were traveling to Benin Republic, and they slept a night in their male friend's house. And the police have been monitoring the house, and then they noticed there were individuals in the house, and they're swapping, and they arrested her. The Apapa police post there took this lady and then detained her, released her friend, that they should be looking for money to release her. This lady was there for more than 4 days. I happened to be in Lagos at that period, and then she just called me out of the blues. They've been asking her to call people. The moment they had is in Apapa, most of them will just fizzle out. They won't come. I went there, and then the police told me, I said, okay, what is our offense? They were looking for a male friend. Our male friend did a business that went wrong with some people, and so they couldn't find him, so they arrested her instead. I called a human rights lawyer, and he was mad. He told me, okay, he will get back to me. And the DPO or whatever is ranked there was shouting and screaming that she will make sure she damaged the lady's career and all those things. This is what is happening. And this lady was detained there for over 4 days. She looked so tattered and messed up. And then the human rights lawyer gets in contact with some top police officers, and then the Trinity Police office or station was just across the road. And then the man called me from the Trinity Police station and said, okay, they should bring the case over there. And then we went over to the Trinity Police station, and the right thing was done. The Trinity police officer told them, you don't have right to detain her. Go and look for the person you are looking for. This is not the person you are looking for. That night, that lady was released. And the next day, we returned back to the police station. And then we were able to resolve everything. And it was clear. police will arrest people for the crime that they did not commit, but committed by their siblings or by their relatives. This has been very rampant all over the place. Just because you have a tie with someone who has committed an offense, the police will arrest you and detain you so that that person will come. And it is totally wrong. It's against the law. And so this lady was detained in that manner. And then after we resolve everything, we have to go back to the Apapa police post. At the Apapa police post, they wanted to demand money from us as well. And I told them, we are not giving you a dime because she has been released from the Trinity police station, which is a higher post. And so that was how we... Now, let me now give you what really even made it very interesting. At the Apapa police post, there was a police officer, because as a journalist, I told them, look, you can't do that and not that. I even had a very heated argument with the DPO, the person in charge. I don't know if his rank is a DPO, because it was a post. It's not even a big station as such. Now, there was a police station there. It's been a long time, so I can say this. The police officer called me aside when I wanted to make call to the human rights lawyer, because the guy told me he will not entertain any lawyer, and the lady was even crying that I've come to worsen the situation for her. Now, the police officer stylishly called me apart and told me that what I'm doing is very right. They don't have the right to detain her. And he was so supportive, you know, and I understand that there are even some very good people among them. This man was so supportive. Every step I'm taking is paying attention to it and is giving me thumbs up by the side. So we have good police officers. Believe me, they are very, very good police officers. And after everything, I wanted to just thank him and then just give him something. He said, no, he doesn't need anything. He doesn't need anything. That he just wanted the right thing to be done. So we have police officers who are upright and who are ready to do the job. But you see, the system is so corrupted. We may find ourselves in situations like this, and then everything will just go downhill because of the corruption in the system. So police will always want to find a way around these things. But there are some level of improvement. If you visit police station every now and then, you will know that there are level of improvement that they've done, like not detaining people. For them to even want to extend the detention order shows that they are abiding by the law. The only thing there is...
Hold on, sir. How do you explain what you just said now, sir? For them to have hold on to extending that detention time, it means that they are abiding by the law. Please explain better.
Yeah, they did not arbitrarily detain him. You understand? There was a time frame. He was detained for within 48 hours. Now, after that 48 hours, the process was for you to present the suspect before a court, if there is a need, before a judge, if there is a need to extend the detention. But what the police normally do, let me tell you what they normally do. So they will arrest you on Friday. So on that Friday, they quickly get a DO, a detention order from the court, and then they put you there. And so it will extend beyond 48 hours. So it will be on Monday that you can file, and then they can now go and file again for another detention order if there is need for it, maybe for investigation purposes or not. But if it is for criminal acts like armed robbery and all that, you can be detained indefinitely during investigation. If it is criminal acts, violent crimes, murder and all those things. So, but for what they have done the right thing. The police have done the right thing for trying to get a detention order for the court to extend the detention for the purpose of their investigation. I don't know if that is justifiable. You understand?
So even if it is justifiable, are the public supposed to pay for that service?
No, they are not. That is what I've just said. So they are not. They are not supposed to make any payment.
They won't do the needful. They won't do the needful. If you don't try to mobilize them, they won't.
Do we all agree that doing this and allowing this to fester in the public and still thinking that this cannot be changed by our collective consciousness, but to outrightly shame it, outrightly talk about it, and outrightly not wanting to do it whenever the thing arises. Do you think it is a thing that we are setting a bad precedence in that country? A precedent has been set now that cannot be changed. Is that
We
cannot be
understand
changed? Is that what we are?
we should
Yeah,
understand
are we
how this
saying?
system
I just want
works.
to get
They will
something.
throw
Okay?
your
Are we
fight.
saying?
Well, no,
Mr.
instead I
Richie.
explain, please let me explain.
Okay.
You know, and you guys are talking about mobilization. Now let's separate the legal mobilization away from the fraudulent or bribe induced mobilization. You need to separate that when you're talking about all this mobilization stuff. Yeah.
You see,
Okay.
Richie,
Inside that, 1 second, please. 1 second.
Okay.
Do you know that the story you just said earlier is part of the problem we face in Nigeria? People don't want to go extra mile. We always love to run away from the problem. If something like that has happened, there are ways you need to report that case. There in the Nigerian police force, there is a department there that checkmates all these things. They do sack police, they do detain police, but most of us just feel like, no, this is we need to do things this way. We have one way or the other, we've been able to formalize a way that will run our society, which is very bad. This present case now, this Officer Richard case, or what's the name? Do you know that you can actually report that case to the provost, to the Nigerian provost, if they found out that guy really collected that money, he received that money, he's going to be served, he's going to be sacked and go to jail. But we just like to talk about matters and skip that process, the official process of reporting issues. We just want to talk about it and feel like
Thank you, Bita.
And nothing will happen.
Nothing corners. I think, yeah.
We like to run away. We like to run away from our problem, and we leave those problems for people who does not have capacity. That is why we have. If you look at the most intelligent,
my brother, you're saying we need to run away from our problem.
No,
listen. You just heard. Listen, let me tell you something. Hold on. Let me tell you something. If you are wrongfully detained, if you are wrongfully detained in Nigeria, and you say you want to go through the thing, and you know that the police will not release you, right? Unless you want to be a full dogmatic activist like Fela.
No.
Listen, I'm saying if the police want to make your life hell, listen, even then, Fela, listen, even Fela paid for it. Are you getting the point? Fela Nuclear Property paid for it dearly. He lost his mom in the interim. Are you getting the point? So don't let us, that should be said.
Mr. Richie.
We have people, listen, when I was in university, let me tell you this. I went to University of Ife, okay? When we're in university, when we sell Luther container, we don't care for the police. I'm always on the front line. Are you getting the point? And we fought for that. But what happened eventually, they started when they killed one of us. Are you getting the point? Everybody retrieved. And up until now, it was unjust killing. Because we never went outside the campus.
Do you want me to
They came to us in the campus. So what we're saying is endemically corrupt.
No.
There's no two ways about it.
No, we got to this point because people felt like it is normal to do those things. It is normal to bribe. Mr. Richie.
You're talking about solution now. You're talking about solution, but do you admit first? I know you're bringing solutions. You're bringing solutions, right? But do you want to admit?
Not solution. We are still talking about the problem. During the last time, it was the military era. They don't deal with, they have their own this thing, their own way of doing things. There is a democracy. You get, it was the military.
Democracy, man.
Hold on, it was the military that dealt. It was the military that dealt with Fela.
If you ask me now, I prefer military regime than the fucking stupid politicians who are punishing people.
Mr. Richie, I can tell you as a fact that not 5 police officers were sacked this year in the Nigerian police force, because some people have taken up the mantle like, we need to report this case, and they were sacked. You've seen people recording police, and that thing goes to social media, probably gets to the right authority in the Nigerian police force, and they sack them. They demote police. Even with them, they don't condone what's it called, discipline. They condone discipline and all this. They have their own way of doing things. But our major problem, just
okay, go on.
When I told you talk about solutions,
I want to say something.
I pray Nigeria will not happen to you. Honestly,
let us move on. Let us move on to the
MBTA.
Let us move on.
No, it's a good topic. It's a good topic.
Yeah. What I think is that let us move on to the solutions.
What you recommend?
How can we change this in the public?
Fighting, which is okay, but I want us to acknowledge the fact that the system is badly corrupted. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, let us acknowledge that. Now, let us move on how. What are the solutions? What are the solutions?
Let me tell you one of the major solutions. You see, in the UK, when you are arrested in the UK, they do, and you get to the station, they do a total profile of you, from your fingerprint and every goddamn thing. And so, if you have previous records of other crimes, they can access them almost immediately. And so we have the control system in the UK whereby anybody that has been fingerprinted before, you can get those details all over the place. See, the police are working in a very mysterious manner in Nigeria, and we need to give them kudos for all they have done. Because it is not easy policing this kind of Nigerians without the datas. Until the police station, we begin to see it like in a similar way like the banks. You know, when you visit the banks, you see the ambience, you see all the necessary tools for the staffs to work and to answer the customers and everything. But go to an average Nigerian police station, there are no tools for them. And you see how people are being detained without proper investigation, even just on malice alone. You can see what happened to VDM, just an example. So with the right tools, the police do not even have the right tools to function properly. They don't have the right tools. The criminals are just being taken, or suspects are just being taken on the surface area. Nobody even know whether this suspect has committed a crime in another state and is down here in Nigeria, in Lagos State. Nobody is talking about that. Anybody can just walk in and they'll be arrested. So, and this police needs to figure out these things. It's just like looking for a pin in a hair. You can't figure the trauma this police goes through trying to do their job, especially when they are trying to do some of this investigation on people who are not even on database. First thing is to have our database sorted out. When we have our database sorted out, so we can know who is who. Once you visit a station or you visit anywhere, everybody can quickly know that, okay, this man, he has been arrested. In the UK, police, they don't even need to meet you. When your vehicle is being stopped, they can profile you almost immediately before they meet you. They know if this guy has been involved in a violent crime before. They know how to handle those situations. So it gives them
insider. I feel okay. You are still talking. Go on. You are still talking.
They don't have enough tools. Believe me, they are not well equipped for the job. And so
I totally agree with you. I also have a solution. Let me drop a solution, please. Let me also drop a solution.
Please let me. Insider, that your assertion is a bit not correct. Please. Sometimes, sometimes we need to understand some things before we make some statements. It is not a fact that Nigeria
police force does not have the right tools. We have a database in Nigeria. As long as you have an NIN, the police can trace you. The same process and procedure that works, because most of our laws, most of the way we do things in Nigeria is being copied from the UK and some from
Essay. Before the police, listen. Before the police can even investigate you, before they can investigate you, they are
sorry,
telling
you know
them
what
you
you're
go and
saying.
get
Maybe you're
court
not
orders.
exposed. What Insider said.
You don't know what
correct.
is happening in Nigeria.
Hold on a second. Essay. We have some. Listen.
Mr.
We have
Richie,
some
How
infrastructure,
many
but
people have been
we don't
captured
have
with
that
the
system
NIN?
yet in Nigeria. Please. We do
How
not have
many
a
people
system.
have been
Let me
covered
tell you
with the
something.
NIN?
Essay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
How many people have
Listen,
been covered
let me explain this for you guys, right? A police will sight your car right from afar. All they need is your plate number, and that will give them all your details in front of their dashboard, even your work, even what you do, or the last time of which if you're a criminal, they will see it there. That's how improved technologies are where we live over here. They don't have that yet in Nigeria. I'm sorry.
Sarichi, yeah. That's true.
So
That's true.
let's admit.
I like the fact that we always feel we are the same like these people. Now lie. We are. No, let me just say this. We are like 100 years behind all these advanced countries. Because if you look at most police stations, right? Can you compare a police station in Nigeria to a bank in Nigeria, or you can compare a police station in Nigeria to a secondary school? Then you would understand the level of how Nigerian police is. I'm not shading Nigerian police. We are coming there, but this is endemic to Africa. Look at every African country.
Let me just comment.
Don't let us spread misinformation. Hold on, please. Don't let us spread misinformation. Please, somebody should. Do you know that you can track a car in Nigeria on the FRS?
I'm not saying we don't have. I said we are not.
Okay. MB. How can you compare that? How can you compare that to someone?
Detailed information.
Can the police even know if a car has an insurance or not in Nigeria today? By just seeing that vehicle in front.
Let me give you a scenario. Listen, let me give you a scenario. I'll give you a scenario. What technologies are? You drive, you just committed a minor offense, right? Which is just maybe a fine. It's not a criminal offense, okay? Maybe you jump traffic or you jump the light, right? And the police there and they stop you. Let me tell you how the database works. Immediately the police run a check on you. It will tell them your last tax report. If you are working, are you getting me? Are you getting this point? And it will tell them whether your level of income, and they will tell you on that spot. They will write you. They will not find you immediately. And now after they got all that information, they will now write you because it's based on percentage of your income. So imagine somebody earning 1 million a year, and the tax and they finding you 2%, right? That's 200,000, something like that. But somebody earning just 150,000, they just ask you to go and pay flipping 1,700. That's how the system engineer. They've gone ahead. What we have in Nigeria is just still scratching the surface.
No, what we have in Nigeria is quite the opposite. Let me tell you about the opposite. Look at subsidy. Hold on. Let me explain subsidy. Let me explain subsidy in context to what Sarichi said now. Subsidy is to alleviate a little poverty in Nigeria. Every Nigerian is allocated that subsidy. It means that if you go get 1 liter of fuel at the pump, government are subsidizing it. That is not the price. Now, the rich are getting richer in Nigeria by buying more cars. They chop your own, join their own. They have more subsidy to themselves.
Now you are digressing.
Do you see it now?
You are
No, I'm not
digressing.
digressing. I'm not digressing. I'm just trying to see to show you how flip that thing is.
Let
Now,
us
let me
hold
tell
the
you about the solution I was talking about. Okay,
the
okay.
Bruh,
conversation.
can I
I
come
want
in?
to talk about my own
Can I
solution.
come in? Can I come in? Can I come in? Just give me a few minutes, please. Due to what Insider is saying, and I believe Insider have good relationship with police officers, and I will support what Insider is saying. The thing is this: have you ever asked police what they are facing in the system? Have you ever kind of like have a conversation with maybe an inspector or a DPO or close to like DC, like having a conversation and letting them tell you what they are facing? Forget about what is outside there, that the police are this budget, blah 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 blah. The truth is this: Nigerian police are poorly funded.
Who
Let me say,
told you? Who
hold
told
on,
you?
please. Hold on, please. This is the fact.
Brilliant. That's one
They
of the
are
solution. Thank
poorly
you.
funded. Have you
Thank
ever
you.
been to police barrack? Have you ever seen their ways of life?
Where a police officer with uniform wearing bathroom slippers. Can you
I'm,
imagine?
The offices look
let
like
me
a
break it down.
secondary
Let me break
school.
it down to this point. Let me
Offices
break it down
of
to this
police
point.
officers
Bruh,
in advanced
bruh,
country. It
bruh,
looks
bruh,
like a bank.
bruh. Let me tell you this. Nigerian police, now then they buy their uniform. Now then they buy their boots. Go and ask them. Almost everything they do, they bring the money out of their pocket. If a police officer mistakenly misplace his cap, their cap, he will pay dearly for it. Everything. If you want to look good as a police officer, then you must pay. You must use your money to buy a
Oh,
new uniform
that is
to look
see,
good,
Sam
which is
Jojo.
not.
Sam
Hold on,
Jojo.
please. Let me break it
Now
down.
that's
See
Hold
the
on,
as
beginning
well,
of
hold on,
corruption.
please.
Thank
Hold
you,
on,
Sam
please.
Jojo.
see
That's the
as
beginning of
hold
the
See,
on.
please
corruption.
now. See,
There are budgetary allocation for
see.
all these things that we are
Koja, let me
talking.
explain. Let me
People
explain.
are
Let me
stealing
explain.
that money. That is
Koja,
the
let me
case.
explain this. Let me explain this. I have relationship with police. That is just the truth. I have good relationship with the police. Now, the problem they are facing, think about it. How much is their salary? How much is their salary? When was the last time their salary was increased? When last was
Sammy
it
Jojo,
increased?
what do you think
Now,
the solutions are?
let me speak, then I will bring a little bit of solution. This we once had a solution for them, but on one front around all about solution here, when we came up with this resolution of NSAS and the demand we want them to do for the police, who
They
sabotaged it?
ended
Are they not
SARS.
the system?
They
Yes,
ended
NSAS.
SARS.
Yeah, the
They
NSAS.
ended SARS.
Oh,
They ended it.
they
They didn't sabotage. They ended it now. That was
yes,
what
yeah,
the people
they ended
clamored
it.
for, and they
Yeah,
ended it.
yeah, and whatever we were doing is for them. It's just she will demand the taka. She part. Am I part of the? Show my favor, many. Is it not for their own? Is it not for their own? I had a conversation where a police officer was telling me what he did during the NSAS confirmation. How many people he shot down during the NSAS when they wanted to burn one particular police station down. But the thing is this: let's call a spade a spade. These people are poorly funded. They have all the skills. Nigerian police will send, instead of them to send about 50 police or 100 policemen to go for a training abroad, they will send only two. The rest of the money, somebody have taken the money. Their promotional exam, do you know what they go through for their promotional exam? Do you know what they go through? The current Oga tó wà ní Panti is a PhD holder. PhD holder. They are Oga at Panti. Do you know what he went through? So policing Nigeria, we have a lot. Don't compare Nigeria to any country. Don't even our policing. Don't even compare them to Ghana. Let us face our problem and try to solve it out. They are poorly funded.
Oh,
I'll give you one
We are
instance.
better than Ghana.
Sammy Jojo is joking.
Nigeria is better than Ghana.
See,
Hold
I
on,
Nigeria
see,
is
see,
better
hold on,
than
please.
Let
Ghana.
me
Hold on, please.
respond.
Hold on, please.
Àti ẹ̀ ń
I said,
ṣẹgbẹ́.
You are
hold on.
spreading
When
mis-
Kama
you
compare,
are
don't let us
you are
compare
spreading
Nigeria to any country.
misinformation.
Hold on now.
You are
Hold on,
spreading
bruh. Hold
misinformation.
Ẹ
on.
jẹ́ máa compare Nigeria
See,
with Egypt
any
or South
suru.
Africa.
You
Ghana
are
When
báwo.
spreading misinformation.
oh, now, oh, you are not getting my point. What I'm saying is this: don't compare our police to any country. Let us face our policing. Do you understand? Let me give you an instance now. Let me break it down for you. In Nigeria, in Southwest, The only station that does a phone forensic, the only station that does phone forensic is Alagbon. Ní gbogbo Southwest, anything bá ṣẹlẹ̀ tó fẹ́ ṣe kìnnìkan forensic is Alagbon. Another one tó wà superior sí Alagbon, Enugu State ló wà, Enugu. Maybe they want to do a digital analysis about something, they will send it to Enugu.
But once they do it, Abi.
Now, but wait. The equipment. Hold on, please. Hold on now. Hold on. Let me explain now. Hold on. Let me speak now. Let me speak now.
Anyways, I have my own solution. Oh, please allow. Okay, Sam Jojo.
Hold on. Now, the other one, Enugu Lower. But do you know the bad part of it is this? How many experts does Nigerian police have? How many experts? When they are meant to have about 200 police officers or 500 or 1,000 police officers doing these things. Only manage 20 law. 10 years available. And these are the facts. These are the facts. There was this case. A family went to
assumption she knew. What you just said, assumption.
Yeah. They killed their son. This Baba was now looking for justice. He went to the police station. They now transferred them to Panti. When they transferred these people to Panti, the police officer was now saying that okay, and took power more. They have an insight anyway. They now wanted to track those people. They now wanted to track them. Do you understand? Can you mute? Big Larry, mute please. Big Larry, mute. Now, they now wanted to track these people. They demanded money. Emerson would tracking. The man said, hold on. The man now said, we don't have money. We don't have money to give you for tracking. But as they go back to our village, so whoever involved, they will come out themselves. The officer was telling me 2 weeks. 2 weeks, within 2 weeks, those people, both the husband and wife, they had an argument. The husband went to go and report the wife at one particular police station in Ilori. The wife went to go and report the husband at a different location. They detained the woman. They detained the husband at the other police station. They went to go and report themselves. They now transfer. The officer was telling me that was when he realized, say, Juju day. Oh, this one is not capping. Say, Juju, both of them. The man just said, low. But imagine if they had actually paid police officer, okay, 200,000 abi. Oh yeah, police will still do their job. They will still do their job. But they felt like, okay, am I worried? We will do it our other way. But it still help the police. But what I'm trying to bring in is this: we are poorly funded. Now, even that forensic that they are doing in Alagbon, they are expert in it. Go and ask. If they are not around, let me tell you something. If they are not around, data analysis. See,
Sammy Jojo, because you've gone to Alagbon, just for a case, does not mean that you know police or architecture work.
Don't say I am in Nigeria. Don't say I know police architecture. I'm speaking
engineer
about
just
now.
defending something that's not defendable. I don't understand.
I am not defending. You guys need to allow me.
Hold on.
Hold on, please.
I am in Nigeria. Okay, don't worry.
You are also in Nigeria.
You are not in Nigeria. You are not in Nigeria.
Let me talk.
You can't be in Nigeria and be saying all this.
Let me talk.
You can't be in Nigeria. Then you don't know the police. You don't know them.
Essay, before you go, let me give my own little
you can't give your opinion in this thing. You are not in Nigeria.
Wait, Sammy Jojo, wait now.
Please.
Am I not an African or I don't know what is happening?
Police force we are talking about.
Wait now, Essay, wait. You don't know what I'm trying to say. Don't say you are not. We are all African. We are all Africans. We know how system work.
No. Your
Nigeria own is even better.
Wait now, let me give my own now.
Please let
Nigeria is better. Nigeria police is better.
Please.
Wait, let's not argue over this, please. Let me give my own opinion, please. My own opinion on this matter is that some of our police, some of our brothers who are in this police uniform, they are not qualified to be there. Some of our CPOs or police commissioners, some of them are not qualified. It's because they were appointed by the politicians, by the big men.
No.
That's why whatever. Wait.
Nobody appoints.
No. They appoint some of them.
Talk about your country.
Some of them are appointed police positions. Wait now, I say some of them. Even some of them, if their uncle is a big police.
Yes.
Wait now, don't leave this one. I'm saying the fact here. Because if you are appointed, you will not talk. Anything they do to you, you will not talk because you are favored to be there. Even like if your uncle is a big officer, police officer, they will put you in some of these positions. You are not qualified to be there. So if that your uncle is embezzling your own money, your own salary that is coming, your own benefit, you will not talk. So this is just the truth. Because if you know you are qualified for any job, and you are not getting the benefit you're supposed to get, you can protest. So why are police officers not protesting? Why are we not seeing any, like in Africa especially, you can never see police officers protesting because of they are not getting their salaries, appropriately. They are not doing it because some of them are not qualified.
Thank you.
Some of them are not qualified.
Good morning, all. Good morning.
They are not qualified to be there.
Essie, just hold on 1 second.
So if, as a police officer, you think you can buy your uniform for yourself, you can buy your shoe for yourself, it means you are not qualified. Because you know that as a police officer, the government is supposed to provide you everything. Let me finish now. Let me finish. Let me finish. Wait, let me finish. Let me finish. Wait, let me finish.
No.
Wait now.
No.
Wait, let me finish my own opinion now.
No, you're not finishing anything.
Wait, let me say something, please.
We are talking about Nigerian. You cannot say what happened in Nigeria. We are not in Nigeria.
Wait.
No.
I will drop your way. It's not your platform. Don't tell me what to say now. Let me say my opinion. Just finish.
Mr. Ghana, let her finish.
You are not.
What is all this? You guys are. Your problem is not
we can address it. Mr. Ghana, please. Mr. Ghana, let her finish.
Let me say something again.
We can address it.
No.
Wait.
We are talking about your country.
Wait now.
We cannot tell you what goes on in India.
I'm not talking about police officer in Nigeria. I say as a police officer in Africa as a whole is the same thing.
Otumba, I agree they argued. What would have led to you or to your wife locking clothes in your body, on your neck? Was it trying to button your neck in your neck? Explain to me. What will have made your wife? Let me finish my question. Let me finish my question. J-boy, can you please mute? J-boy, can you please mute?
When Mohbad fought with his friend, protesters, let me explain now.
Otumba, don't explain until you listen to me. You will answer. I will give you the floor to answer. I want to mute. But listen to me. What will have been that quarrel that led to Wunmi locking clothes in Mohbad's body on his neck? Was he trying to button Mohbad's clothes properly? Go ahead and explain.
If you doesn't let me explain.
J-boy, don't come in.
Not Mohbad went to a show with 5 months old baby, right? And when they got to the show, can you hear me?
I'm telling you from the show now. I'm not forget when they got to the show. I'm telling you now.
Yes, can you hear me?
Is the line? Is that line of quarrel or fight? I call it fight. You say it's a quarrel. You say it's a mere quarrel. I'm hearing you, but don't go to
okay, let me explain.
What will have led?
They went to that show with a new baby, 5 months old, and Mohbad picked a fight with his friend, and in the process, the glass got broken.